Iwarnai asyasu alirnya. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the full moon in Aries taking place for everybody on October 6, 2025. You don't have to have Aries anywhere in your astrological chart to be able to watch this reading. What I do is take a look at new moon and full moon energies every month for the collective so we can kind of get a heads up as far as what is happening for us around these times, what to expect, what to know. Full moon time is often a time where we do energetic releases, make changes in our life, cut things out where we don't need them anymore, basically to create space or make space for new things to come at new moon, where we set our intention for new things to enter our life, and we also welcome in intentions that we've set previously. So it's about creating the space, releasing and letting go at full moon, and setting our intention to welcome in and receive new at new moon. So that's why I do these readings, because it's always curious to me to see what it is we might be letting go, changing or switching up at full moon, and what it is we might be welcoming in and or setting our intention for at new moon. So to get the reading started for you, what I do is I take a look at the energy in regards to the main theme, right? What is the main theme? Main energy of this particular... Oh, okay. Card's already wanting to jump out. What is the main theme and or energy of this full moon in Aries, October 6, 2025? What is the main energy and or theme? Whoa, okay. So we have one card here, but you know what? I kind of wanted another one. Let's see. Main energy or theme for this particular full moon in Aries happening October 6, 2025. What is the main energy or theme of it? Okay. And then I also have the Goddess Guidance deck. So let's see, main energy or theme. And then I'll follow up with the tarot as well. All right, so main energy or theme of this October 6, 2025 full moon in Aries. Main energy and or theme. So let's start here, and then I will reach for the tarot to get more information. So let's see. We have gentleness, expression, and fertility. So this could also be a timing card, okay? And technically, full moons and new moons take about a 6-month time period to kind of work themselves out. Just keep that in mind. And if we are right now in the autumnal season, or we're approaching, or we are in autumn, right? Because we already had the autumnal equinox. So yeah, I mean, this is saying that by the time spring comes around, Ostara, right? Spring equinox, things would have, I'm hearing, worked themselves out. Okay. So it says, it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So this is a card of fertility, abundance, and expansion. Okay, think of it like a little mini empress almost. What this is saying to me is, be kind to yourself, okay? You're also undergoing a change and transformative process. Be kind to yourself. And allow yourself to express your innermost being. Whether that be, I'm hearing, through meditation, whether that be through writing, whether that be through song, whether that be anything that lights up your inner child. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You are undergoing, or still within the process of undergoing, a metamorphic process. We do have butterflies in the card. But you are, as of right now, coming into your greatest, fullest expression. That begins now. But you're going to have to be kind to yourself throughout this process, because a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly overnight, okay? Likewise, a bird doesn't learn how to fly overnight either. But it's also telling me, so the seeds that you plant today will yield fruit. I would say a 6-month time period, because again, I'm looking at that Ostara card like a timing card, a time frame, which makes sense. Because by the time springtime comes around, it would be about a 6-month cycle, right? You're planting seeds right now. I think this full moon is helping you to release things. So that way the seeds that you've planted can come to fruition by Ostara, or by the spring equinox, or by the springtime. Again, dependent on your location in the world. We have northern and southern hemispheres that, you know, the seasons are kind of flopped in that way. The gentleness card is saying to please have patience with yourself. You are coming out of the cocoon. You're about to emerge into the version of you that was always meant to be. You're emerging into your fullest expression in more ways than one. I'm hearing you might want to document this as well in some way. I don't know if you take pictures or you write things down, if you have a journal, if you document your synchronicities or something like that. There's something about documenting this journey from now until the spring, because there's going to be, I heard hella changes, okay? Hella changes, like hell of a lot of changes from now until then. And there's something about you accessing liberation and freedom and peace. You do have the white doves, okay, in the card. Something about freedom, liberation, peace of mind, newfound freedom, freedom of expression. You do have the expression card. Creativity, because I'm looking at the fertility card as one of expansion, creation, manifestation as well. There's increase. Because rabbits in the card, right? Rabbits do multiply. So there's increase. And this card is also showing us that the seeds that you have planted will yield a fruit, and a very ripe and abundant one. There is expansion and abundance happening for you at this time. And it feels like it's weird, because it feels like you're at the starting line right now and you're just waiting for the gun to go off, so that way you can go out and get it. You're waiting for, because I don't know if you've ever been to a track meet, right? You watch track on the TV, maybe during the Olympics or whatever, and those runners are sitting there waiting to go. And the minute they hear that fire go off, it's like, boom, everybody takes off, right? So there's this feeling of you're about to take off. You're just waiting for the signal to go. You're emerging right now. You're in the process of emerging, and you're about to break free from the shell, break free from the cocoon, fly from the nest. Do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of cool, because it's giving me all this really neat imagery, and I love when that happens. It's very vivid that way. So yeah, you're about to take off, okay? In a really cool way. And oh, the other thing that I just got is whatever you're merging into, this new timeline that you're merging into, it feels like it is going to be a full-on one-to-one match. Like, yeah, it feels like a one-on-one, a one-to-one match. Like, one part water, one part sugar, right? Like, I'm just using a recipe as an example. So it's going to match you. It's equal parts, right? Of everything inside of you being matched outside of you. So it's the match, the frequency, the right recipe. Everything is going to match your authenticity. perfectly in this new timeline that you're stepping into. So whatever you've done or put in internally, now the universe has to match the recipe that you gave it internally, outwardly. I know that's a weird way of saying it. Like, this is you, this is your outer world, and they have to line up, they have to match. It can't be less than anything that you've, it can't be less than anything that you have created internally. It's weird to explain it. Like, it's weird to explain the feeling that this is giving me. It's like you gave the universe the recipe through the energetic work that you've done on yourself, right? To come into this full expression of you. You gave the universe the recipe, and now it has to make it for you. Like, now the world has to meet you where you are. Or meet you at the level where you've, meet you at the level where you've evolved, and now has to match it. All right, so I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm using the, what is this? The green, is it the, I'm sorry, I always want to say Green Witch Tarot, but it's not. It's the Enchanted Forest Tarot, okay? This tarot deck has different names for the suits and for the cards, so I don't use it enough. So forgive me if I stumble trying to remember what card is what, okay? So let's see. Full moon in Aries, October 6, 2025. Let's see. What else can we know, learn about this, what to expect from this energy? And if I need more cards, I will always pull from the side or this, or even look underneath the deck, right? All right, so we have the Child of Challenges, which is actually the Page of Swords, okay? Starlight, which I believe is the Star card. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the Star card. I had to think about that for a second. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's pretty cool. And then we have the Four of Spells, which I think is the Four of Wands. Yeah, yep, it is. I believe it is. Yes, Wands. Okay, so I had to jog my memory for a second. All right, so we have the Page of Swords, the Star card, and the Four of Wands. Huge energy, right? Four of Wands is success and achievement, stability and security, feeling safe and grounded, especially as a number energy with the 4. But it also signals celebration, a home and home life. So I you know what, I honestly feel like something about your, on a very mundane level, something about your home and home life is shifting and changing. And the full culmination of that shift, change, and seed that you've planted, maybe to relocate or move or purchase a new home or sell a home in order to get another one, the full fruition of that intention will come to fruition at around this time frame, right? Spring equinox, from autumn to spring. Some of you with this full moon may be intending to release a home, right? Because again, full moons are endings. So that way we can make space for new. You may choose to release a home around this time. But it's because maybe by the looks of the cards here, it does not feel like the home where you reside matches the frequency that you are stepping into. It does not match who you are now. It matches the old version of you. So it could be that the location, the place, The life and lifestyle of the current home that you're in does no longer match or align with the version of you that you are stepping into that matches the full expression of you in all its authenticity and genuine vibration. And it could be that this is the time where the wheels get turning and spinning, and you're waiting for the green light. You're waiting for the sound to go off so you can run in the direction of that place, of that new home, of that new energy where it matches you fully. Again, the 1-to-1 ratio, right, that I was picking up. I think maybe for some of you, a new home, and I see other things in the cards, but I want to address the aspect of home first because the 4 of Wands is here. But I feel like, you know, this is a wish, a deep wish on your heart to maybe move, relocate, or purchase a home in general. And there's something about needing to let go of where you're at now or the lifestyle that you're living right now in order to access that version of you who owns the home or lives in the place that you desire to be. Wish fulfillment from the Star card, also energy of faith and hope and healing. Page of Swords energy. Again, remember I was getting the feeling of documenting, writing things down. You know, when we write things down, when we journal, we're expressing ourselves, our mind, our thoughts, our heart. This is also telling me to be gentle with your inner child at this time and be gentle with yourself in general, because you're undergoing a major change and metamorphosis process, a transformation that is putting you on the path to align with the version of you you're always meant to be. And you're going to have to be gentle with yourself and your inner child at this time. Nurture your inner being as much as possible, without judgment, without fears, without doubts, or if anything, this is about comforting yourself, because change can sometimes be challenging, hard, and uncomfortable. But the positive feeling here is that you are shifting and changing, and it's so that way you can align with the best version of you that has the comfort and stability and the security that you've always longed for. The Page of Swords, again, when I said writing or documenting, the reason why I said that, you know, that is because it feels like there's a story unfolding here. And then not only that, the Page of Swords is a messenger. He delivers messages. He's also communication, investigation, research, right? So there's a lot to the Page of Swords in that way, and the feeling of documenting, whether it be you putting something in writing, researching, communicating how you feel, or communicating your needs as you need things on this journey, communicating your wish out into the greater universe to plant those seeds of intention. You could be wishing upon a star and speaking out loud to the universe at that time, or documenting your aspirations, your intentions in writing. The thing is that your inner child is communicating these things. It really does feel like it's your inner child setting these intentions. You know, sometimes when we desire things, when we want things, it's really just our inner child that desires and wants them, because these are things that they never got to have. And it's our inner child that sparks the imagination within us, that helps us to envision or wish for more. And you have the wish card of the star. So I feel like in 6 months' time, you're also about to achieve a wish come true. And it will be in a tangible way. So the wishes that you and your inner child have right now and are envisioning right now, again, because I feel like you wish, you dream, you imagine from your inner child. So I feel like the child of challenges in this card, the Page of Swords, is you, your inner child, wishing upon a star for this house, for this new place, for this sense of security and stability and success in a certain area of your life. And I feel like the inner child, you wishing for this right now, is about to achieve the intentions you set out over here with this Four of Wands within the next 6 months. So again, be kind to your inner child. She loves you. He loves you. They love you, right? You are them. They are you. There's really no separation. Your inner child still thrives and lives within you. And their desires, their wishes, and their dreams matter. You might be contemplating, right? She looks very pensive. She's like, what can I do to make this wish or dream a reality? I feel like that Four of Wands is such a positive energy because it's confirming to us that you will have success in the seeds that you plant with those intentions and wishes and dreams that your inner child visualizes and imagines. You will secure them over here, achieve them, stabilize them, and you're going to have something big to celebrate. There's a celebration card. This is a union card. This is an 1111 card. This is a marriage card even for some of you. We have Aquarius energy also. From the star card, we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius with the Page of Swords. Yeah. I want to look underneath the surface as maybe an underlying energy, something maybe that is not completely in your awareness at this time. Again, the reason why I say that is the card is hidden. So let's see, underneath the surface. Oh, wait, that's the Hierophant. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Oh, that's the coolest Hierophant ever. Yeah. Okay, so the Hierophant, you know, can talk about marriage, and then you also have the Four of Wands. So, I mean, yeah, it could be that in 6 months' time you could get married. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. For sure. But the cool thing about that is if that's the case. If that's the case, this is saying that whoever is coming into your awareness within the next 6 months is also going to be a one-to-one match, okay, to you and your energy. They're going to match your energy. They're going to be in full alignment with your vibe. Again, 1111. They're going to be an energetic match to your innermost being. You're going to be free to be yourself and, you know, yeah, to the fullest extent possible with that person. Again, self-expression, the feeling of freedom from the doves. So yeah, free to be you with that person in every way possible. They're going to get you. They're really going to get you. Likewise, you're going to get them. And they could see you as a wish or a dream come true. Likewise, you could see them the same way. It feels very harmonious that way. The Hierophant also can talk about structure, commitments, spirituality, the leveling up, and also the attainment of things in a very tangible way. That energy, if I remember correctly, is Taurus. So yeah. So it feels like the tangibility of the spiritual, okay? I love that because it's saying you have the keys, you have the codes to unlock spiritual treasure. That which you create in the spiritual subconscious can then be brought forth in a tangible way so you can access it, ground it in reality. And the card talks about the, you know, it says, or it's called the oldest one, right? So the wisdom that comes from that, you gaining wisdom through your experiences, through your journey, through your spiritual awakening or evolvement, the way you've evolved, right? That has taught you things. You know, the Hierophant is a spiritual teacher. So this is also saying you've learned through your experiences in more ways than one. And when you do, you get to see the bigger picture. You have a, you know, it's a tree, right? So it's like having this really deeply rooted sense of self and understanding and stability. Again, back to the Four of Wands. That's another energy of stability. You have wisdom, understanding, discernment. Also, you're seeing the bigger picture. Also, that's giving me vibes of having hindsight, right? So it is giving me this feeling of within 6 months from now, you will have hindsight about your journey even more so than where you stand right now. 6 months from now, you will feel so deeply rooted and secure and safe in your situation. You will feel like you have always wanted to feel, how you were always meant to feel. You will have also gained an inner sense of spiritual authority within, right? You will know, you will feel confident about who you are, where you're going, what life has taught you, what it's brought you, the wisdom you've gained through your experiences, how hindsight has shown you the journey from where you were to where you're headed. I feel like this is all such a benefit, okay, to the version of you 6 months from now. There's so much benefit to what, like, the feeling is you might not see it now from where you stand, but there's so much benefit from what you are experiencing right now to the version of you that exists 6 months from now. And I also love seeing the progression in the cards from a child, all right, to a wise one, to a sage, a spiritual sage. So talk about a level up, a huge spiritual level up within such a short period of time. Not that you haven't already been leveling up. We know you have because we see the butterflies on the card and we know that that has been a process, a transmutation, a transformation of sorts, an alchemical, you know, lead to gold moment. So we know that you've been undergoing changes, but when you see the child energy, then from the child to the wise one, it's like, whoa. I mean, sometimes you would see it from, you know, the progression of growth, maturity from like a page to a knight to a queen to a king. But in this case, it's like you're going from a spiritual baby to an enlightened one. You might even see yourself like the page. Students, right? Because I always say the pages are students of life. So you might actually see yourself as the page, but in reality, you're the wise one. You're the spiritual sage. You're the shaman. You're the guru, your own guru probably, right? You're the spiritual teacher. You have taught yourself, maybe even been that wise one to your inner child. Maybe you have been the parent that your inner child always needed and wanted. Okay? And that star card is saying you've never given up hope a day in your life. And it is that faith in yourself and that wisdom and torch that you carry that is going to see you through from now until then. But in a way that is so much more profound than you probably realize right now. And that's why I think the Hierophant is sitting underneath the surface. The wisdom you have within to guide you, like the star, is more profound than you realize. It's deeper, more ancient than you even realize. Like the ancientness of this tree, right? I believe this is a yew tree, by the way, which they can get very old and cool and craggy. Look at the little owl there in the card. So again, a symbol of wisdom and knowledge. So you might see yourself as this inner child, but deep, deep down, you have the wisdom of a very, very ancient old soul. And that ancient part of you is nurturing, guiding, and comforting and securing the inner child of you in the present, and also guiding, okay? Think of it as your higher self, guiding you with the star's energy, because the star is always pointing to true north, right? The fullest, most authentic self-expression of you is your true north. So it's like that ancient part of you is guiding the inner child of you right now, who needs the comfort, the gentleness, the security, right? Guiding you in the direction of your wish fulfillment and your ultimate achievement, success, stability, and for some of you, yes, new home. And for others of you, a very spiritual union with someone. The star is energy of divine guidance. And I feel like you're being divinely guided, right and true, in the direction of this expansion. Why? Because your soul needs it. Your inner child desires to experience it. So you can grow and expand further into the wise old version of you spiritually that you already are, but maybe don't fully acknowledge or realize. There's something desiring to expand and grow in your life. And I love how both your inner child and your ancient self are guiding the way towards that achievement. Because sometimes it's hard, like your soul constantly wants to grow and expand and evolve. And sometimes when you're doing the same thing, living the same way, experiencing the same things over and over and over again, there's not really a whole lot of room for new experiences or ways to grow and expand. There's a change, a desire for change. And you're being guided there now. Why? Because this change is going to mirror your inner world more authentically and help you to expand and grow and receive abundance and prosper in ways that maybe you never got a chance to experience before. So please be kind to yourself as you undergo these changes and shifts in your journey that are going to lead to this wish fulfillment, that are going to guide you in the direction of it. Know that you're safe and secure as you undergo this process and as you experience all of these things. Your higher self, the wise one within, is actually pointing the way. There is this feeling of go, or the sound or the alarm going off, and that is the green light for you. You may be sitting in a position where you haven't heard it yet, you haven't received the green light yet, but I feel like to say to you that this is coming. And then once it comes, it's like take off. Everything's going to take off from there. So there is a full culmination of that by the time the springtime comes around. You will be standing in a period or in a, you know, position of victory and achievement and celebration. You will be able to spread your wings and fly like the butterfly, like the dove. You'll feel so free, so happy, so aligned. And hindsight will show you that you were being guided there the whole time. Because there's this feeling of like the fullest expression of you, where you live in authentic alignment with everything around you and in every area of your life, is not where you are right now. It's the version of you that exists in 6 months from now, in a new place, doing a new thing, living a new life. Also, the feeling is here, the version of you that is 6 months from now in full alignment with your authentic self is and has a healed inner child. So your inner child is undergoing a process of healing right now from the time that you watch this video until 6 months from now, right? And it kind of feels like the healing of that inner child will be complete within 6 months. And when it is complete, that is when you will find yourself in full alignment, living a life authentically in alignment with the highest self-expression of you that you were always meant to be. So it's saying, the Star card is saying it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Yes. Yes. This full moon is letting go of the old so that way you can start new projects, access new ideas, give birth to new conditions. The new conditions, right, are going to align and match the most authentic version of you. The new conditions are what you will be living in or be surrounded by within a 6-month time frame, is what this is saying with the Fertility Ostara card. Trust that you are deeply rooted, you're safe, you're secure. The universe is kind of like allowing you to bend so you don't break, right? Think of a tree that's deeply rooted. If a strong storm comes through, it has to sway. It can't be rigid or it might snap. So this is saying to just flow, allow yourself to flow, surrender, yield, right, to the changes that are happening, because it's all leading and guiding you to a more stable, secure, authentic version of you, where your inner child is healed, where you're living the life of your dreams or that you've envisioned, where your outer world matches your inner, whether that be a home, a location, a person that comes into your life. Like, these things are all going to match the vibration that you have shifted and transformed into. I feel like your ancient self, your higher self, is guiding every step of the way in alignment with your inner child's most, most deepest wishes and desires. Why? Because it desires to grow and expand and experience. The things you want them for a reason. You want them because either you never had the experience of them, or you desire the experience of them so that way you can expand and grow further. Oh, okay. Let's see what we have. Whoa. Okay, so look at how that's mirroring the energy of fertility and abundance, wealth. So you're coming into some form of increase, okay? Abundance, wealth, prosperity, success that maybe generates more wealth for you in some way, but yeah. Maybe you desire financial security and stability. Maybe you wish to experience more things. And you know, what's funny is like sometimes, you know, you want the money, but it's not really the money you want. It's the freedom you want, right? Let's keep it real. Everybody wants the freedom to go and experience whatever they want. And in the world, the matrix that we live in, yeah, it requires money to do so. So, but I see you having increase. Something is shifting and changing to allow for that increase to enter. Why? Because for one, your inner prosperity has been expanding. And again, the world now has to reflect that to you, that inner value, that inner worth. You have a wealth mindset. Maybe you've been working on that mindset. And the world around you now has to shift to accommodate that abundance mindset. No freaking way. Look at that. What the hell? Rest my case, y'all. Yeah, sometimes it's wild to me how the cards just... They literally mirror things I say. Like, literally word for word. Come on. Oh, dang. You know what? I love this card. You want to know why? Perseverance. Why? Like I said before, you have not given up. You have not lost hope, right? With the star. The salmon is also, or fish, are symbols of abundance and wealth. And not only that, just like the bunnies that multiply, so do the salmon that swim upstream to spawn. They will swim up current, fight for their life to achieve their aim and goal. 4 wands, achievement, success. And maybe you have gone through life's challenges and you have been challenged to get to this point. You know, growth and change and transformation isn't always easy. But you've persevered. And your life is about to expand in such a beautiful, abundant way. Your inner child is going to be thriving, living a life of joy. Dare I say fun and adventure, okay? Fun and adventure is also kind of what I got from this. Oh man, but it's this feeling of you deserve this. You deserve this. So much. Salmon multiply, and your life is about to expand, and your wealth is about to increase. Your abundance is about to increase. Your spiritual, also pomegranates are symbolic of high priestess energy. You also have the Hierophant, again, a spiritual teacher. You also have the energy of the high priestess. Yeah, so it's like this, the seeds that you planted in the subconscious are about to be brought to fruition in a tangible way. Again, the high priestess would be the subconscious setting of intentions, and then the Hierophant would be the tangibility of that. So bringing the spiritual to the physical. Again, the 1-to-1 ratio, right? The inner world matching the outer. Wealth, abundance, prosperity, spiritual growth, absolutely. Trust your intuition. Your intuition knows things. High Priestess energy, right? She's in alignment. She's in balance. She knows things. Your inner child also knows things too. Sometimes we ignore the inner child. And this is saying not to do that moving forward. Because your inner child has needs, and literally when you desire something or desire to do something, to experience something, to move in a certain way, it's actually your inner child that's asking for that growth and expansion. And then when we don't listen to that, we get stuck and we stagnate. And I'm saying that from experience. But I see you moving forward, persevering, and maybe you have already. You've persevered despite obstacles. And now, right, now is when you're about to yield the fruit of that perseverance. You're about to emerge like the butterfly out of the cocoon into the version you were always meant to be. And that is where your abundance and your prosperity resides. Salmon also sacrifice a lot to achieve their aim and goal. Even their own lives. And a part of, you know, they die when they reach their aim. Once they spawn, they kind of fall off, right? So it kind of feels like an ego death, right? Parts of you had to be released. Parts of you figuratively had to die to make space for this authentic version of you that lives the life that your inner child always dreamed of. But in the death comes the rebirth, right? In their death, they spawn how many more salmon in their place? So where there's death, there's also life. Just like things die in the winter and then they emerge again in the spring. So you're in a process of emerging right now. I feel like this October full moon is the release to receive the closing of one door, the opening of another. And you're on the threshold, you're sitting there waiting for the bang, right? To tell you it's go time. Because right now we see you're on a journey. You're following the divine guidance of the star, which could also be ancestral guidance, leading you right and true. The ancient ones watching over you, guiding you in the direction of this achievement, this victory, this abundance, this prosperity, this life where you can live free and abundantly yourself. This is the Sacred Forest Oracle I have for you. Let's take a look. What is their final message here? Full moon in Aries, October 6, 2025. Whoa. Miracles, and then you have butterflies in the card as well, and it's a number 31. 3 plus 1 is 4, so another number 4. Yeah. And also rainbows. Let's talk about rainbow energy for a minute. Rainbows show us that the storms have passed. that the worst is over. And also, the legends of the rainbow is that there's always a pot of gold at the end of it, right? So there's some treasure to be found, some abundance, some wealth on the other side of the rainbow that you are accessing. There are miracles happening in your life right now that are about to happen for you, at least to align you with this new version of you that has achieved the dreams that you have held deeply on your heart, or that your inner child has envisioned. Before I grab the book to read from this card, I'm tempted to look underneath these, okay? What the hell, why not? Oh, see? Oh my heavens. Didn't I say new home? Look at that. So Vesta, home, your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. There you go. So again, more, I don't even know where to put all this. More confirmation, okay, that the home feeling that I was picking up from the beginning of the reading is indeed accurate. All right, ready for it? Let's see what's underneath here. I just said ancestral guidance, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to toot my own horn here because I don't know how else to explain this when this happens. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if anything, this is proof that I'm in alignment with what I'm saying. This is magic for me in real time. Like, that's the only way that I can explain it. This is the magic at work in real time. And when this happens, it shows that there is magic in my readings. And I love that for you. And I love it for me too, because it's also teaching me to trust what I feel and sense and the images that I see and feel. Because sometimes I see images in my head, not just on the cards. Like, I have images that pass through my mind and I share them with you as I'm doing the reading. So yeah, I love that I listen. You know what I'm saying? I love that I listen, and that I don't hesitate to share what I'm feeling, seeing, and hearing, because this shows that is right on cue, that is accurate, that it's in alignment, that it's divinely aligned, I guess, right? I don't know, it's wild to me, but it never ceases to amaze me. I never ever stop being in awe of it. I just think it's really cool. All right, let's see. Yes, the feeling of balance, alignment, and harmony, right? The one-to-one that I was feeling. You get that? Look at it. And then the acorn is a seed that you planted. There's a saying that says, I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson, where he says, in other words, a forest begins with a single acorn, right? And I think Voltaire also has a similar quote where it's like, the seeds that you plant today yield the fruit of tomorrow, or something like that. Yeah. And we have the beautiful energy of the web here. And that's also symbolic of destiny weaving itself. So you're being divinely guided in the direction of your destiny. And I think for some of you, especially, we have the confirmation of the home card with this Four of Wands. You're destined to be somewhere else than you're now. I don't know where you are now, but that's not where you're meant to stay, whether figuratively or literally. Your ancestors, your higher self, your ancient self are guiding this move. There's miracles happening for you to help you align with this new life, lifestyle, home, or situation. Because again, where you're at right now, or the way things are right now, aren't in complete alignment with you. They're not balanced and harmonious to you. They don't match your frequency properly. What they do is align with the old version of you, but not the new version of you that you have embodied. And that's the discrepancy. Spirit wants to get you to a place where there is no like friction, where the outer world that you are living, your reality right now, right, is your outer world, where that matches you one-to-one. Because there's something about your situation right now that feels like it's not a complete energetic match anymore. It maybe matches the you 5 years ago, but not the version of you now. And that's where the problem is. And if you feel friction anywhere in your journey, right, challenged by like the salmon swimming up current, if you feel like you're swimming upstream, it's because of that. It's because there's something in your life, in some area of your life, that is matching who you used to be, not who you are stepping into and embodying at this time. Okay? But the point is to get you out of that mismatch and to align you with everything that is a full, authentic match. Okay? So again, let's go to the book. I gotta find this. You know, I have a feeling I'm going to have to look underneath the deck from now on all of them, just because. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let me know what you think. And yo, for those of you who watch my moon readings, I feel like you guys are the real MVPs. Okay? Those of you who watch my new moon and full moon readings, you guys are the true MVPs of this channel. You really are. Because I feel like my moon readings are the ones that get the least love on the channel as far as watch time or interaction or whatever. But I know that if you feel like any love for me on the screen or through the screen, or if you feel any love coming from me or any love for me, you guys are the ones that watch these. Okay? The ones who give a true loving energetic exchange are the ones who watch these moon readings. So thank you so much. Truly, thank you for that. It does mean a lot to me. This journey on my channel has not always been easy for me. If you only knew. But I'm so grateful for those of you who interact with these readings. So yeah, let's read. A sparkling waterfall cascades into a crystal clear pool surrounded by a glade of ferns. Floating in the air above the pools, a shimmering rainbow creates a wavering reflection in the water. Fairies and elves adorned in all sparkling colors peek through the ferns. Butterflies swoop and dip into the waters, their kaleidoscope of colors iridescent in the sunshine. So the rainbows after a storm represent hope and promise for the bright future. Look at that. Your future is very bright. There's promise. Likewise, the star card is symbolic of hope and promise and faith, right? It says, know now that the gifts of the universe are flowing into your life. The abundant gifts of the universe, okay, are flowing into your life. This is your time. Like I was feeling you were waiting for the bang, right? Because that would be your signal to go, or your go time. Let go of fear and doubt, all is well. And I was saying that sometimes our inner child, right, has fears and doubts, and it's about being gentle with yourself, making sure to nurture yourself, because change can sometimes be scary. Right? But this is exactly the change that you need, because this change is bringing with it the alignment of your most authentic self and self-expression. The alignment of the life that you were meant to live. The alignment of the life that matches who you are, not who you were. Okay? You are safe, you're protected, all is well. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Let the Creator step in and solve challenges for you in mysterious and wonderful, wondrous ways. In some beliefs, rainbows are considered a promise from above that all is well, or all was well. Remember that your life is a miracle. Yeah, you're a freaking walking miracle. Never forget it. Okay? Never forget it. And you know what? I don't really share this too much, but I'll show you. I'll show you. You're a walking miracle. Your life is a testimony, right? I don't know if you can see that. That was me. I was 9 years old, got into a car accident. I was asleep in the back seat, and my head was behind the driver's seat that night and on the drive home. And halfway on the drive home, something woke me up and told me to flip over and put my head behind my mom and my legs behind the driver. And I did it. I listened and I went back to sleep. But when I woke up, I heard the jaws of life, literally, okay, the jaws of life were peeling back the roof of the car to get me out. I broke both femurs and shattered an ankle, and one was a compound fracture. You know, it takes 3,500 pounds of pressure to break a femur. So can you imagine? I broke both of them, and had I not flipped over that night, I wouldn't be here right now with this, doing this reading for you. Okay? So, yeah. You're a walking miracle. I'm a walking miracle. So I feel like, yeah, part of me feels like I survived for a reason. Sometimes I don't feel like I don't always know what that reason is. Sometimes I think this channel is maybe that reason, but you know, I don't know. It could be anything really. I don't know if I fully have hindsight of what that reason is yet. Maybe when I'm old and gray, I'll see why I survived that, and so much more after the fact, to be honest. But yeah, when it says you're a miracle, you believe that shit. Yes, you are. The fact that you exist is a miracle. Okay? Never forget it. I have to remind myself of that. When it gets hard, yeah, sometimes I have to remind myself of that. Because I'm super sensitive soul, and I feel everything. Everything. I feel everything. And sometimes that's a lot to carry. Like, I guess you could call me, or you would consider me a highly sensitive person, right? So like from music to light to, you know, animals or animal sounds, like I feel everything. And sometimes that's overwhelming. But yeah, each life is a miracle. So you're a miracle. Please never forget that, right? Your life has purpose and meaning. There's a reason why you're here. And part of me feels like those of you connecting with this reading, the miracle is about to reveal itself to you. Okay? Your reason for being here is about to reveal itself to you. You all have a destiny. Like I said, with the little web in this card, you all have a destiny to fulfill. The universe brought you into this experience to live a wish vicariously through you. You didn't just come up with that desire for no reason, or that wish in your heart for no reason. It exists in you, or your inner child created it because it was meant to be lived and experienced through you. That's part of your destiny. That's part of your, what they say, your dharma, right? We don't have these wishes and dreams in our mind's eye and in our heart for no reason. The reason they exist is because it was meant for us to fulfill. And that's the miracle. right? You're the vessel by which these things get fulfilled, or the vessel by which these things get brought into fruition or brought to physical reality, because everything begins with an idea first before it becomes tangibly real. Okay, so let's keep going before I keep going on a tangent. It says, just as a rainbow carries all colors and every spectrum of the electromagnetic field, and water is the element of emotion and feeling, so your heart is opening wider and wider. Your capacity to receive love, okay, and give love is expanding. That's funny because I was saying to you, right? If you connect with these readings, if you receive love from me through them, and you give me love and support by watching, again, we have that beautiful energetic exchange. You guys are the real MVPs, okay? Yeah, and that's the energy of being capable of receiving love and giving love in an expansive way. So again, thank you so much for that. Likewise, this card is saying that your capacity to receive love and give love is also expanding, right? In beautiful ways. You are leveling up. You are maturing. You go from the progression of a child to a hierophant. Man, that's talk about evolving, right? Truly. Myths also speak of the gold at the end. Didn't I say that? Rainbows, right? The treasure at the end of the rainbow. Myths also speak of the gold at the end of the rainbow. Hence, the rainbow is a portent for treasure up ahead, okay? The wealth and the abundance and the fertility. You have 3 cards of it. And now this card is saying, be prepared. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in on this. Yeah, be prepared, right, for your treasure. Your treasure's up ahead. Don't limit the way that miracles can appear in your life by having expectations about how they need to occur, right? Surrender, flow, be gentle with yourself. Celebrate them when they appear. No matter how small the victory, celebrate it, right? And show yourself compassion and care. Be gentle throughout the process of arriving at this treasure, at this abundance, at this wealth, at this, prosperous timeline that you're emerging into. The spirit of the rainbow waterfall says, everyday miracles are occurring around you. Watch for and embrace them. Let go of fear and doubt. As soon as you notice and accept, as you notice and accept the small wonders in your life, greater gifts will grow around you in spectacular ways. Be open to receive. This is your era of receiving. That is what you're stepping into. The embodiment of all the inner work, the inner child work, the shadow work, right, that you've done to level up, to expand and grow. This era that you're stepping into is going to reflect that growth in ways that you can touch, feel, hold, and experience. This is also part of your destiny. Your higher self, your ancient self, your inner child, your ancestors, your guides, they are all guiding you in the direction of this. This is well-earned, long overdue for some of you perhaps, but this is your era of receiving, your season of receiving, okay? Totally. Are you ready? You better get ready. Because the feeling is the sound is going to go off and it's full steam ahead, right? It's takeoff. And you can't, also the feeling is you can't avoid this. Because it's part of your destiny. You can't fuck it up. Okay? All right. Let's roll the dice for angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my readings, what I do is roll the dice for angel numbers. The numbers that show up can confirm a lot of what is already said in the reading and or give you a message maybe you need personally, okay, in the moment. Also, when you research the numbers for yourself, you may come across other signs, synchronicity, serendipity, the universe needs you to find. I want you to take that journey because there's magic in that as well. And if you can please refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section for the same reason. We want to give everybody a chance to find that magic and take that journey for themselves also, okay? So Let's see. What is your angel number for this wonderful reading, this full moon in Aries, October 6, 2025? 12. Hey, you know what? It's been a while since I've gotten a 12. Hold on. That's a 2. An 8. So we have 1228 as your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped you in some magic way, please do let me know in the comment section. I do enjoy hearing from all of you. I appreciate all of your support. Consider liking, sharing, subscribing to support this channel further. Maybe consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out just for members only. You could also support me further by maybe visiting my Etsy store. I have readings there upon availability, crystal jewelry I make by hand. Sometimes I crochet things as well. And now I'm beginning to paint things as well. So yeah, check that out if you have the chance. If you wish to support me further, I would be happy to hear from you and see you around. So take care of yourself. Happy full moon, everyone. Much love to all, and always keep shining.